So I'm working on a 2013 Honda Pilot. Going to be removing the rear view mirror. This is different than most Hondas in the fact that this uses a Torx bit. I'm going to be using a T15 Torx bit. There's a set screw in the bottom of the rear view mirror. Back that out just a little bit. Probably good 4 turns. And then you should be able to lift that up and slide it right off. Alright, going to be removing this bracket. I'm going to use a little bit of butane heat and a pair of vice grips. When you put the vice grips on, you don't want them to touch the glass, just the bracket itself. You don't want to put any extra pressure against the glass. So now that the vice grips are on, you can hold on to that without heating up things. Now, like I said, you want to heat up the bracket itself, not the glass. I'm putting just enough heat on it, and now it's released. At that point, you want to go ahead and use a razor blade. Right at this point, the glass is warm, but it's not so hot it's going to burn you. Go ahead and use a blade while it's still warm. And make sure you use a new one. And then that's how you remove the bracket and the glue all at one time.
Alright, we're going to replace the rear view mirror on this car we're working on. And all you're going to need is a rear view mirror, the puck that goes on the glass, a razor blade, and an installation kit. It comes with a primer and a cleaner and the glue. These are like $5 at AutoZone. If you're going, let's say your rear view mirror fell off, okay, you're going to need to take this puck out of the rear view mirror. And what I like to do is clean this with a razor blade, the surface that touches the glass, get all the old glue off, and then I will take it and sand it on a piece of sandpaper to make sure it's perfectly flat, like this one is. Okay, you need a razor blade to scrape the windshield if there's any residual glue on it. And if you're not changing the rear view mirror and you're going to, say, the salvage yard to get one, don't yank these things off the windshield. This is what happens when you yank them off the windshield. You pull the glass apart. Okay, that's a hole in the glass, the inside, not the outside. Okay, you can actually, with this stuck to the glass like that, grab onto this with a pair of vice grips, you know, and then just twist it. You know, either way, they pop off, or you can take a straight edge razor blade, jam under it, work it back and forth, go around all 4 sides, and sometimes they'll pop off that way. But don't yank them off the glass. This one here is just hung on with plastic or metal clips. Some of them have a little tiny Allen screw down here. You loosen the Allen screw and they slide up. Okay, don't yank them off the windshield. I see so many people ruining windshields, ruining rear view mirrors when there's absolutely no need for it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we'll take this inside the windshield. And another thing you might want to do is when you take it off the glass, you're going to have a little spot on your windshield where the glue is. Take a marker and just put a little circle right there. That way you know where the mirror is going to go back. I don't need to do that because I'm going to put mine just to the other side of that mark in the glass. So I'm going to clean that area on the inside and then clean it with the wipe. Clean the puck with a wipe and we'll put some glue on it. Alright, we got our cleaning wipe. We're going to clean the windshield in a big area so we know we got it clean. Okay, and we're going to clean our puck, the surface that touches the glass. Now, after you do this, don't touch this with your fingers because you're going to get your greasy fingerprints on it. It makes it not want to stick. Okay, clean that real good. Alright, cut the tip off of that, and then we're going to go around the outer perimeters, get a good coating of glue all over this thing. Now when you smash it to the glass, it's going to smush it all around. Now what I like to do If it's kind of cool out, heat the glass up with a blow dryer. This is the top, remember that, on yours. And then what we're going to do, without touching the glue surface, we're going to put it up to the windshield and hold it. You want to hold it as hard as you can. Make sure it's nice and straight for, you know, a good minute. And then we'll come back. Alright, we got our puck. Whoops. We got our puck on the glass. It's been a couple of minutes holding it. And then it says you let it sit for 2 minutes and then put your mirror back on. I'd let it sit a couple hours out in the sun. And then, you know, you'll know it'll be nice and hard. And then you just clip your mirror back on from the top down. You know, it just clips on like that. And you'll hear it snap. And then that's it. Then you got a rear view mirror. You know, like I say, once you clean the puck and once you clean the glass, do not touch those two surfaces. And then you put your glue on like I showed you, and then just push it up to the glass, and it just smashes that glue nice and evenly. You know, you just want to make sure you get a little bit of glue on that puck. Some guys will just put 2 or 3 drops in the center. I don't like doing it that way, but you know, whatever works for whoever. So there you go.